Hey, Ricky here. Welcome to a new series of mine called Shovel Knight and the Treasure Trove. Well, not and, but Shovel Knight Treasure Trove. Originally this was supposed to be called Shovel Knight, but I think since over the years it got some new updates and stuff like that, so it ended up getting a new name. But anyways, we're gonna start off the game right now. And for those who don't know what Shovel Knight is, I'll gladly explain it in due time what the type of game this is. As you know, we start a new game, and as you notice, there's really four characters that we see right here with Shovel Knight, which is the original and main character, but also other three knights, as you see right there. Before this game had its updates, it was like I said, it was originally called Shovel Knight. But then over the years, people loved this game, and me specifically too. I enjoyed this game, man. I love this game so much that I was happy to see that they have finally released some new characters that had their own story driven game. So I'm really glad that they did that. But for me, though, sadly, I'm just not, well, yeah, sadly, but I'm just gonna mostly focus on one of the heroes, per se. I will not go into what these characters are, who they are, because if I do, it's kind of like a spoiler of who they are and what they do and stuff like that. But I'm here, this whole series right now, for the time being, is mostly focused on Shovel Knight. If this series does well and everything, I'll continue playing with this game, but with the other characters, and see how they are. Because technically, this game was almost a game within there's four games within this game, so it's kind of cool. So I will try out one day in the future the other characters and see their story and everything and play their game. But for now, we're gonna focus mostly on this guy named Shovel Knight, and let's hop into it. And Shovel Knight, the Shovel of Hope. And before, I don't remember it being called Shovel of Hope, honestly. I think they just ended up giving the name, but originally this was his own series, so I guess they had to, like, since they released new characters, they're like, yeah, we gotta make sure he has his own name. And before we register your name, we're gonna call ourselves Rikii. As for this name title, letting you know, unlike Zelda or other games like these, putting your own name doesn't really change anything. So all the characters are have their own names regardless. So me calling this profile name Rikii doesn't change anything that I know of, I think, because yeah. And body swap, what is enter body swap mode? Before you begin, would you like to swap the bodies of any characters in the main cast? Note, you can perform this action at any time in the possibility. I don't know about this. Let's say yes, sure. Let's put the body. Oh, that's what they mean. Oh. That's what they mean. They wanted you to be like, oh, if you want, just body swap your character or someone else. I did not know that. That's kind of cool. Body swap these days. Long ago, the lands were untamed and roamed by legendary adventurers. Huh. That's Shovel Knight right there, as you see. And that's what is it? Of all heroes, none shone brighter than Shovel Knight and Shield Knight. Ooh. And what are they? Best friends? Couple? But their travels together ended at the Tower of Fate when a cursed amulet wrought a terrible magic. When Shovel Knight awoke, the tower was sealed and the Shield Knight was gone, and he fell into depression, as you see right there. And his spirit broken, a grieving Shovel Knight went into the life of solitude. Oh, pobrecito. He lost his girlfriend, I believe. But without champions, the land was seized by a vile power, the Enchantress and her Order of No Quarter. Oh, it rhymes! Order of No Quarter, you know they're an evil villain when it rhymes. Now, the tower is unsealed, and the devastation looms. A new adventure is about to begin! For our hero, who's suffering through depression and grieving still. But he's got this, don't worry. He'll take down the Order of No Quarter or whatever it's called. Anyways, Shovel Knight! Raise your shovels! Yes, let's go! So Shovel Knight! This whole game is basically an indie platformer game. As you see here, it's kind of like Mario and everything, but unlike Mario, he's able to have his own moveset, as you see here. Pressing the B button. I'm playing this on my not my PlayStation, on my Nintendo Switch. I have no idea if this game came out on another platform per se. I think it did, but I could be wrong. I haven't done my research on that, but probably gonna appear up on screen later on, and what this game is, like if it's on the PlayStation or Xbox. But anyways, this game, pressing the for me in controllers, pressing the A button is jump, and also I think and X, as you see there as I pressed it. The top button is your gear relics that you have, which isn't really. As you see here, we have nothing right here, but it's not really important. And our pressing B also shows our equipment. So our gear, we have our shovel blade. This unusual weapon requires great skill to master. And stalwart plate, which is our armor, which really doesn't do anything at the time being. Anyways, and pressing the the Y button, and also the A button shows gives us an attack move as well. But if you jump and press down, you also perform that ability, which is kind of shows this tutorial right here. I'm surprised that this game doesn't really give us a tutorial, not gonna lie, because I am playing this on a new account, so I don't know idea why it didn't give us a tutorial. But I guess the developers was like, oh, you played any ordinary video game? Go ahead and just press the play. Like, go ahead and play. You don't need us, as you see right there. But anyways, as you saw right there, I had to perform this pro gamer move, which is hold down and just attack the bubble, give us an extra boost. Kind of shows up like, okay, that's how you do it. And right here, this thing right here, as you can tell, is our checkpoints. Surprisingly enough, this game, despite it being type of platformer game, and I said I describe it like almost kind of like Mario and everything, that kind of game, but believe it or not, this is a hard game. It is. It's very difficult, and I don't know why I decided to play this game. But, because, like, if you know me, I'm not really a good gamer. Or, technically I am, but not too much of a gamer that I should be recording and talking over and commenting and stuff like that. But I chose to play this game because I was in the mood. I really was. I'll go into that later in more detail. But, as I decided to play this game, the Shovel Knight, I was really, kind of nervous because I didn't think I was gonna be that good, and also when I decided to do this project right here, I kind of thought that I don't know, it's been a while. I played this game back in not its first release, but when the Nintendo Switch came out. I ended up downloading this game because I wanted to play it so much because I saw my other favorite YouTubers. For those who know, I do. For those who don't know this, I am usually, the reason why I mostly play some games is mostly due to other YouTubers and stuff like that. But I know this is basically a shout out, and I don't know if anyone knows them. But anyways, the K-Wings ended up playing this game, and when I saw them playing them, it kind of looked cool. And by the way, when some areas, as you saw there, with a crack, or sometimes in a secret area, it's always important to go into the edges and just hitting him, because if they do, they open up cool stuff like that. So it's important to do that because in this game, there really are a lot of secrets that you need to find, and you need to know willingly to remember. And it's been so long that on this game that I played, I don't remember everything. I really don't. I don't even remember if I don't even remember if I played the game, honestly, but I think I did. I'm not gonna lie. But anyways, the first person that introduced me to this game was the K-Wings Let's Play channel, or whatever they go by anyways. But they played this game, and I love their series and everything, so I ended up buying the game myself, and I really enjoyed it. But I don't remember it being this hard, honestly. Well, it makes it seem like this hard, like I'm having trouble right now. But because now when I mentioned this to my friends the other day, I was planning to do a series called Shovel Knight, and if they know about it, one of my friends did remember the name, but never played it. But my other friend, Burger, which I haven't really mentioned before. But anyways, I mentioned my friend. I mentioned this game to my friend Burger, and she said like it would be a fun series to see and enjoy. But honestly, I kind of forgot. But she told me that this was gonna be a hard game, and I just remembered. Just remember, but I don't really remember this game being hard for me. I don't know, maybe I have blocked that memory of me, or maybe I didn't, maybe it wasn't that hard for me, but either way, I'm not just bragging and be like, oh, this game's easy, I can do it in my eyes closed. No, 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 no. I just don't remember. And that's what I really like about my memory at times, because I don't really remember some games like these being difficult or anything, or like remember specifics, but whenever I replay these games, it's just like, it feels like I'm replaying it for the first time ever. And oh, by the way, I forgot that anyways, enough about that, but anyways, I forgot to talk about the secrets. As you saw when I opened one of these rooms, there was a secret where we can just a secret room where it had a note page. I'll get into those later, but making sure keep your eyes out on that. Oh, right here, there's one right here. As you see, these music sheets are basically collectibles. Not really mandatory. I mean, it is kind of mandatory, but for 100%ing, but not really mandatory for what I'm trying to do. But anyways, and by the way, now that I bring that up, 100%. I am not really certain about that. I have no idea what to do with it. Whether this series is going to be a 100% series or maybe a casual playthrough, we'll see, because sometimes I do tend to overwork myself and I don't know what to do. And of course, I forgot there's something here, and good thing we did, because as you saw right there, it's always important to to check on the walls, because otherwise there's always some secrets. So making sure whenever you see a wall that you feel like, this looks mysterious, what could it possibly be? It's probably mostly a secret, so important to do that. And there are other things I haven't really discussed about the game so far. As you saw, the main character is grieving and everything. I didn't really notice that he was grieving. Honestly, it's gotten to the point where I really don't remember anything, not even the story. And I'm glad that I'm replaying this, because this whole thing is mostly blind, but also, like, I played this game before. I'm practically good. I remember the skills. I remember all the controls and every moveset, so I should be fine. But honestly, I kind of forgot almost everything. And of course, you're gonna be that. Hey, die, dragon, die, 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 die. And I'm like, oh, the mighty dragon. He's so sleepy, look at him. Oh, thank God. And by the way, it's important to just, whenever you kill an enemy, make sure you don't kill him over the edge, because otherwise, either you will fall from it or your loot will fall. And as you notice, I forgot to say this. Life, as you see on the top screen, as you see, there's a health bar for the boss, but that's only when we get to the boss and will appear. But as you see, this is the one character that has a health bar, and almost like really rare to see in a platformer game. Usually not a lot of characters. And no, don't do that. Don't do that. Ooh, we almost did that. Ugh. Also, by the way, if you're gonna fight an enemy, make sure you don't stand close to the edge, because if you do, you'll die. Just like in every Mario game. I forgot he does this little twerk animation, like teabag. Anyways, but making sure, try not to fight an enemy when you're close to the edge. As you see, Shovel Knight does have a bit of a knockback, as you see, whenever he does attack an enemy that's not really weak, and ends up like either falling off the edge or just scooting back. So it's important to just make sure you have a lot of room to fight the enemies. Anyways, like I said, these pits right here are practically instant death, so might as well be careful. Even though you have a health bar, you still die regardless. So the health bar is mostly for whenever you get hit from the enemy and stuff like that. Eventually we will be able to just, I think so. I know this kind of is a spoiler, but increase our health bar. It's kind of like Zelda right there with like a piece of heart or something like that. But I don't really remember whether it be a piece of heart, a specific item that they gives us that gives us a max health or something like that, but I don't know. I can't remember for certain. But anyways, and as you notice on the top left corner, as you see right there, we get gold. That's right. In this game, we have currency, and the currency does do something. Not like Mario, where you collect 100 coins, and that's for a free life, or same with Sonic and stuff like that. But otherwise, we get currency. What's the currency made for? I will get to it once we get to a specific area that we need to go into this game. But for now, this is mostly the tutorial, and everything seems to be easy. I know I say this game is hard, it's gonna be difficult for me, I'm probably gonna swear a lot, I'm probably just gonna end up crying and everything. Who knows? I will cry at one point, because usually when when it is hard, I do cry. And by the way, important. Always make sure that you look at every corner. And well, might as well do this one. No. I think that's perfectly fine. Never mind. We have full health and 4,000 gold. And what makes no sense? Why is this area here? What's the point here? Why is there a checkpoint? We were doing so good, like in the middle of nowhere. What is the? Oh, I knew you showed your face sooner or later. The cerulean coward. Turn back, Shovel Knight. There's nothing here for you anymore. Stand aside, Black Knight. I've no quarrel with you. I must return to the Tower of Fate. Your time away has dulled your senses. Can't you see? This entire valley has been conquered by the Enchantress. And her invincible knights of the Order of No Quarter stand between you and the tower. But none of that matters, because anyone after the Enchantress has to go through me. Steal my thigh shovel. And he laughs like that. And this guy, I forgot his name. I remember, surprisingly, Shovel, like Dark Knight, I think so. I forgot. But this guy, our first boss, and you see there, just like our health bar, his health bar, it takes 2 hits to eliminate a portion of his health. Just like with us, it takes 2 hits too. But as you see there, he just shoots off projectiles, making sure if you have trouble with one of these boss battles, make sure you remember their fighting pattern and everything, because it really does help, just like in every other video game, as you see here. And before he kills me, or before we kill him, let's make sure and of course he does that. He's copying my moves. He's a copycat. He calls me a coward, but I can see he's a copycat. And of course he does that on the last second. Oh well, I was gonna fire it back, but anyways. And we're done. Hard game, yeah right. That was easy. And I'm alive! That we get as a achievement. That's funny. I guess I didn't take, no, not really, I took damage, but I guess I didn't really die in the first level. But anyways, what do we get after we accomplish? What do we do? Well, after each level, this happens. We take a nap. Well, not take a nap, we rest. From after a hard day of work. Finally, sleep tight. My brave Shovel Knight. Oh, shut up, Rikii. And of course, he has these dreams, too. She's falling! She's falling! Shovel Knight! Catch her! Quickly! Oh, fuck! I'm on the wrong side! Okay, there you go. Imagine, I almost pulled a Spider-Man right there. Holy shit. Gwen, no! Whatever. Anyways, wake up! As we jump out to wake him up from his from his nightmare. Because as you see here, he still has snipers like that. But anyways, before you always, this area is our resting spot. We always get here whenever we finish off a level. Making sure in order for you to leave this area, you need to walk off screen. But before you do that, make sure you put out the fire. I know it may not be good at only you, and the only achievement we got right there is a reference to the one commercial. Only you can prevent wildfires and stuff like that. But anyways, make sure to always turn off the fire because you get free loot on that. So anyways, off screen. And after we complete the first level, the map opens and we can continue on. And as you see here, we have some music sheets that we gotten in this from the first level, which you want to know what do they do? Well, I'll explain it in the next episode as we venture into the village and hopefully start off our adventure. And I'll see what we'll do, because I'm determining, depending on what I do after this in the village, I don't know what to do. Whether it be go to the top or bottom, because this is almost like an open world map. Depending whatever open world map, whatever level you choose to do, doesn't really determine the outcome. You can do whatever order, but I have a feeling I'm probably gonna do the top one. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one. Until then, see you guys then. Goodbye! What does this button do?